All right, so we're on. I told Danielle it's all on you today. We're gonna have this is gonna be the podcast of the century.
Oh
This is
shoot. It's
this
a
is the
lot of
one that's gonna
pressure.
make us go viral and
Oh
all
my
that stuff.
gosh.
But we need it.
Yeah.
We need to go viral. We have to. Gigi, do
Oh
it. All your friends, Pam, Nancy, whoever else. This is all your friends.
yeah.
I'm totally joking. Totally joking. Uh, we don't want to go viral because we don't want to bury ourselves in pride.
That's right.
Yeah. Where you at today?
I am house sitting again. So I'm back here for another week. And I mean honestly I think it's gonna be good for me just to get away and you know I'm calling this my abiding trip. So that's like the only thing on my to-do list is just abide.
Yeah, abide and watch OTV. I'm kidding. How far are you from your house?
About a mile, so it's not too bad.
So you don't walk back home and all that?
I mean I did today, um, just because like my parents are they went to go get Jackson today, but they'll be back here, so they'll come back and forth to come check on me and all that.
You're there all week?
Yeah, the lady comes
Wow.
back next Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, we spent the morning at the church doing like me and Danielle had this mission. They had a church work day, but we had already like, hey, let's go and try to fix this area. And it's a big area. It looks really bad. The fence line is just covered in vines, like it's
Mhm.
ivy, it's Virginia creeper, and it's briars. And I don't know if you can see my arm. My arm has got
Oh
cut,
wow.
my arm's got cuts all over it.
Wow.
So I had to get a hedge trimmer and hedge trim all at the bottom, like almost to the dirt under the
Hmm.
fence. And then Danielle would come through and start pulling everything and lopping what I missed and putting a pile. And we did it. It was about 3 hours long. I wore
Hmm.
pants. I never wear pants in the summer. My shirt was soaking wet. My pants were so like I just jumped in a lake. Everything was soaked. So when we got
Yeah.
when we got ready to leave, I'm in the church parking lot. Took off my shirt, took off my pants, put a trash bag in my seat. The old lady sitting on the front porch, and I'm in my underwear, hopping in my truck because I didn't want to sit in there and get my seat all soaking wet with sweat. So I'm just like, I don't care if you don't want to see it, don't look. But I'm riding home in my underwear.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it was fun. It was one of those days, but I'm like exhausted. And Danielle's got all the energy in the world, can rip and snort all day after
Hmm.
sweating like that. My old ass gets all. I probably sweat 10 pounds in water, and I'm just like, I don't want to move. And I totally forgot about the podcast. I was like, what time is it? So it's good.
Yeah, that's what happened to me today because my house is it's about like a 20-minute walk. So this morning I walked to the house and the lady calls me at 9:15 and she goes, "Hey, my AC guy's here. Can you please let him in? I also have my neighbor here helping out." So I like rush over there. And then my mom calls right after the AC guy leaves. She goes, "Hey, you need to walk the dog." So I had to walk all the way back. So I probably walked about 4 miles today, and I am so exhausted. And oh my gosh, I've passed out like 5 times today. It's like
No
I'm
way.
definitely gonna take a nap after this. I'm so tired.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Hey, I want to try something. I don't know if this will work, but can I play a very funny? You might have seen it. There's a video that's going viral, and it's a little kid going ding dong ditching.
Oh my gosh, no, I haven't seen it.
Do you care if I let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, we need something funny.
Hold on. This is hold on. All right, hold on. I gotta find it real quick. I'm gonna find it. I want to play this. I have laughed my head off on this thing. All right, hold on. Is it? Can you see it yet?
Mm-mm.
All right, hold on. All right, let's go. Share screen. Share. Where is it? Where are you? This one. All right. Share. See if it works. I want to see if it works. Can you see this?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play it. Play.
Oh my gosh.
This way.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, um, so I saw that video and I sent it to myself because I wanted to show it to Ava.
Yeah.
Well, during the week, hold, let me stop it. It's playing on the back end.
Hmm.
During the week, Danielle gets a message from Nell with that same video. I didn't know that. Ava got home yesterday. I was like, Ava, I gotta show you a video that I sent. And Danielle was actually showing her the same video. Just Mel sent it to her. So all of us saw this video. I laughed my head off.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
what are you doing? I got caught, Dad. It's like, well, run, you idiot.
Oh my gosh. I could
You know,
so
I
see you say that to the kids.
yeah.
Just run, guys, run.
Oh man, I'll tell you something. So, Ava's got a friend over here today. They haven't hung out all summer long, and it's one of her friends that we really like. She is a trip, funny. So we're sitting here, and they wanted to go to Zaxby's, and so I drove them to Zaxby's. I got some food, and then so Ava has got this, I don't want to say obsession, but she really wants to, she really likes like going into abandoned buildings, right? So
Yeah.
there's this church, and your mom probably remembers this church. It used to be an all black church. It's near Santos here in Ocala. Well, it's been kind of condemned and it's got like no trespassing signs on it. So the other day, Ava and she's been dying to go in this place. So the other day I was like, I just pulled over. We parked, we rode around to the back, and it's this old white, scary building. So one of the windows was busted out, and we looked in. It was like a storage room for all the old pews and stuff. And then we walked through this little corner in the church door, and it was like you could tell it's not, it's got all sorts of issues. So I just kind of pushed it hard,
Yeah.
and the door opened up, and we just kind of looked in and shut it and left. Well, today we had the idea after Zaxby's of going there with Ella, her friend. So we parked back there and we actually opened the door and we all went walking through, and Ella's taking videos, and we're walking through this old abandoned church, and it was creepy. Um if we really had some guts, we'd do it at night, but so we did a little trespassing today. And
Oh,
I was thinking, man, this will be my luck. Some cop will pull up and we'll get arrested. Oh,
oh
we'll never be
my
able to come back over again. So we had a little adventure this afternoon. It was fun.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of like some funny stories from this week. Um, so my mom and I, we went to Melbourne to go get our hair done. And this was, right after everything had happened. And my mom was like, let's just make it a girls' day. We'll go get lunch, we'll go to the beach. we're gonna go like this. We're not gonna think about anything. We go to the beach. There's this guy that looks just like you out in the
Oh,
ocean body surfing. He's
no
got
way.
two kids with him that look like Harry and Ava. And mom and I both look at each other and we're like, that can't be Robbie. And then also I looked over and the guy that looks just like he starts body surfing. And I was like, and I started laughing. I was like, Mom, there goes Robbie body surfing.
He wasn't as good as I am, though, probably.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he dove right in the sand. And I was like,
Oh,
yeah, no, no, Robbie wouldn't do that.
this Melbourne waves are crazy.
Oh,
You're on
yeah.
Melbourne? Yeah, those Melbourne waves are nuts.
Yeah. When we went, the ocean was pretty calm though. It was like the waves were baby waves, so it wasn't Robbie
Oh, good.
level waves.
Yeah. I don't like going when the waves are little. We've gotten really dumb. We try to time it when the incoming. Your waves are better when the tide's coming in, we've learned. So
Mhm.
we try to look at the tide if it's going out, I'm like, it's not well, we're just basically gonna be going and laying out. And I don't lay out, so we jump in the water just to cool off, and it's not as fun as when the waves are big, but
Yeah.
we do it anyway. Uh we love little beach trips. I want to take a mountain trip though, but I want to wait till it cools off a bit.
Oh yeah, my mom would love that.
Mm, I love it. I love
She
getting
loves
away,
mountains.
cool weather. Oh man, so y'all had an interesting week that you really can't talk about, but yeah.
Mhm.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I mean today I had like I just had a moment. But I was journaling today just about everything and it's weird because like I prayed I know I said this on the podcast, but I was praying to God for some change this year. And whatever God does, he does it big. So this is the big change he's bringing in my life. And I'm kind of like, okay, God, what are we doing here? This wasn't a part of the plan.
Yeah,
And then, so the day after everything unfolded, I was babysitting for some kids, and the dad was with me. The baby's asleep. He's taking care of the toddler. So he goes, Riley, why don't you just go sit on the couch and chill for a second and you can have a little bit of break. So sit down and I shouldn't do this, but I went on social media and one of my coworkers had posted all these pictures from her summer vacation. And it's like what we say about social media, it's that highlight reel, like
yeah,
my life is so amazing. My boyfriend and I went on a trip. We did this, we did that. And here I am, like, I just went through one of the biggest changes I've ever had to go through. And um, so my dad came in. So this is like a really beautiful story that I'll share. So my dad comes to pick me up, and I get in the car and I just start crying. And my dad has always been the type of person that I've always had a hard time being vulnerable with him. And I guess because like my dad I've never seen him cry before. I've never seen him get emotional about anything. And so I'm trying to like wipe off my tears, make it look like I'm not crying. And my dad looks over and he goes, Riley, I can see you're crying. What's going on? And I said, Dad, that was so hard. That was like, I know it's just me babysitting, but it was hard. It was triggering. It brought up a lot of emotions. And my dad holds my hand and he's like, hey, God's gonna pull us through. God's got the both of us. And it was just such this beautiful daddy-daughter moment where like it was kind of God painting this beautiful picture of I know you just went through hell, but you're not going through hell alone. Like you got your family in this with you. My mom, so I'm not super close with my dad's side of the family, and we've had a little issues. Then, well, I've had some conflicts with them, but my mom has told me that they all have called her just to specifically ask how I'm doing. And so I see how God is like using this to repair some broken relationships. And so I'm just trying to focus on that part instead of the hardness of it. Yeah.
That's good. And usually something like this comes before something
Mhm. Oh,
big and better
yeah.
comes into your life. And I believe that's what's going to happen. It doesn't make it easy when you're sitting in it because,
Right.
that's kind of, we're kind of in the same boat, right? But I feel like we're getting
Yeah.
towards the end of it. It's like, are we almost there yet? Can we breathe yet? So like, it's wild. I tell you, like, I got a not a funny story, but I had breakfast with a friend 2 Wednesdays ago just to talk about sound mind and the coaching and we're doing. And while we're sitting there, he's like, "Man, I've got somebody that would be a perfect person for you, and it happens to be my brother." And yeah, and it's my friend Mike McGovern. He's like in his 60s. Um, and his brother's in his 60s, and his brother is separated from his wife. And so he's like, same time next Wednesday, we're going to do breakfast again. I'm going to bring my brother. And I thought, okay, sure. I've had so many people say, I want you to meet my person, and it doesn't happen. Well, it happened. He texted me late Tuesday night and said, "Hey, we're going to be at Wolfie's at 8:30." So I met him there, and we sat there and listened to. We just talked small talk for a bit, and then I didn't bring it up, but his brother David said, "Hey, so Mike says you're doing some sort of coaching," and so we got into that a little bit, and then he started sharing his story, and he wouldn't, and he talked for like an hour. I mean, there was a little bit of back and forth, but he
Mhm.
talks a lot. But in that span, it was really interesting because he basically told me because usually what we know is for everybody, the behaviors that we do that leads to the chaos, insanity, the stuff that we are so tired of doing, but we keep doing. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we living this way?
Yeah.
It's always tied to something. And just in his story, he without even knowing he did it, he told me what his stuff was tied to, right? Like he was
Yeah.
38 years. They're separated now. And he told me, he's like, my wife and my kids were fourth or fifth on the list for me. They weren't a priority. Well, when he was a kid, his father had this 80 acres of land and he loved it. He loved being on that land so much. Well, his father lost the property, and when he was a little boy, he said he was so upset. He said that will never happen to me. So he found a wife, got married, had kids, worked his butt off, was never home. He told me he'd come home at night and walk right past everybody and go right to bed, like and he's now 38 years into a marriage where the wife has had all she can handle and is separated. But when you go back to that little boy that was, you know, saw that happen and was hurt and said, I'm never going to let that happen in my life. It's interesting, what he thought he
Mhm.
was. I'm providing for my family. I'm sure that's the stuff he kept. That's the argument I'm providing for you. You have a good life, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunately the story of most men. Most men find that they're good at the day to day and they camp out there and then they come home and they don't know how to be a husband or a father. So they don't. They just kind of show up, pay the bills, and they justify it by saying, hey, we got a pretty good life. You live in a nice house, you got money, you can go shopping, blah, blah, blah. And all along, the wife and kids are like,
Yeah.
yeah, I would rather have you here. And so now he's 38 years in the marriage and separated. And now, will he become a client? Probably not, because there was a lot of things he said that was like very defensive, and very, and I was telling somebody, I had dinner with a friend of mine last night, and this isn't, again, not to toot my horn, but it's so hard sitting with guys like that. It's seeing
Yeah.
clearly where they need to go back to, and how they need to release that little boy, because that little boy is who's running that grown-up guy's life, because he never wants to feel that pain again. So he's never going to let it happen. He's never going to go broke, but he's going to be lonely, right? Because
Mhm.
he's sacrificing his wife and kids at that altar. And a lot of men do that. So I walked away going, well, if you want my number, he asked for a card. I was like, I don't have a card. If you want my number, you can get it from Mike. So I just left it in his court. What'll happen, what may happen is he might, because he feels like there's hope. If he gets to a place where
Yeah.
he feels like there's no hope, then he might go, I need to call that guy Robbie. Who knows? But it was really interesting. It was a good experience for me. But it also
Yeah.
shows me that it's going to be tough for me to find clients because most men live lives of quiet desperation, but they're operating out of fear. And
Mhm.
it takes so much courage to sit down with someone and go, here, I've given myself to you. Can you lead me and help me find peace? It takes a lot of courage for that. Most men don't have it. So, thank God I still have the mortgage side because I think it's going to take a while to build this, but I've got two clients that are ready. I'm just waiting for one more, but I might just go ahead and start it with the two. Uh, it was interesting.
Yeah. So I was doing some journaling today, and I was just writing down all of my emotions, and I really needed that space just to like let everything out, even if it doesn't make sense, just get it out of my mind and on paper. And I wrote down this line and I said, even though this situation is tough right now, I'm really thankful for it because this is an opportunity for me to learn more about God. And I thought about how like a lot of us, if we come to know God, it's out of difficult situations. I thought about you when you and Mel divorced and how that was really hard for you, and like how you started doing the sacred CEO stuff with Doc, and how that really transformed you, and you're, getting ready to do this coaching stuff. And so for me, that was like, I literally had to highlight it because it was just this glimmer of hope for me that this isn't the end. And I don't want to come out too preachy and say that everything's from the enemy, but I feel the enemy feeding me thoughts that are like, okay, you just lost your job. What are you gonna do? Life is really scary. Are you gonna run to God because God made all this happen, or are you gonna run away from Him? He's throwing fear in my face, and I'm having to redirect my mind to truth into how good I know God is. And I'm like, hey, Robbie and I talked about seeking discomfort, and here God is, and He's shaking things up for me right now. So that was a really good thing for me this morning.
I want to share something that Danielle shared with me the other day. Like, so when you do meet somebody, you want to marry a guy that's abiding as well. Because I
Oh yeah.
got up early. I went to a coffee shop, just kind of work on some. I call it sound mind now. That's what I'm calling my
Yeah.
coaching. And so I was working on some stuff, and she texted me the verse that God led her to, which was just perfect. So, and it's in Habakkuk. It's Habakkuk 2:3. Because I told her, about the hearing God say you're going to lead men and that vision and all, like look to the
Hmm.
left, and the guys were climbing that mountain. He's like, you're going to lead men on a journey like this. So Habakkuk 2:3 says, "For still The vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end, it will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not delay. And when she sent that to me, like before she could even tell me what it was, I looked it up and I was like, whoa, this is exactly what I needed to hear today. And so
Yeah.
and it's funny. I was having dinner with my friend Josh last night, and I told him I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, this is not
Mhm.
something I want to do. Like, I love the mortgage business. I wish I was making a gob of money doing that and just serving the Lord, loving my family,
Mhm.
providing well for them. I don't want to do this. This is not
Yeah.
something that I choose to do. It's so uncomfortable, to take men and go, listen, if you give me 8 weeks, pay me for it, and I'm going to lead you on a journey where you're going to be forever changed if you do the work. That I mean, that's terrifying for me.
Yeah.
It's very scary when I'm walking in the flesh. But I also know I went to see Doc this week, and we were talking about like the coaching. I like it, I'm nobody special. I'm just a guide. I'm just trying to lead them to that place where it all unraveled to help them put
Yeah.
the pieces back together and give that little boy or little girl permission to stop showing up and start walking in peace and figuring out how to interrupt that stuff, because that I mean everybody is operating like this right now who hasn't been on this journey because
Yeah.
they're they're being I said this I think last week or 2 weeks ago, we're all constantly being interrupted by our old self.
Oh
The
yeah.
one who went through the pain, keeps showing up going, hey, you remember how painful that was? Don't do this. You got to put your guard up. So you know what people do? They sabotage relationships, like I think about the one guy your mom introduced to me to walk through this, right? Like we got into week whatever, 2 or 3, assets and defects, and clearly it was clear like what his problem was, but he wouldn't accept it. And
Mhm.
I keep going back, like, should I have just stopped it then? But I didn't want to because I wanted to go through the whole thing. Just, hey, he's probably going to stay right where he is because he's not willing to get better, right? Because
Yeah.
he, it was crazy how he just justified everything his father did instead of going, you know what? That was wrong. So you got to acknowledge that, but then you got to also forgive him, but making excuses for his actions is what he's
Mhm.
doing. So instead of getting better too, like I was talking about sabotaging relationships, like we're like married with 4 kids, and like week 1 or 2, I don't remember. He told me I don't deserve this woman, right? So like it's not almost like it's what he's doing. He's trying to sabotage the relationship to run her off because one, he doesn't deserve
Mhm.
her because that's what he feels like. And she's going
Yeah.
to leave anyway, right? Because everybody that he's ever loved has left him. His mom left him high and dry, chose drugs and prostitution over him. And his dad said, hey, nobody cares that your mom left. Well, yeah, this little boy cared. Like, he should have
Yeah.
acknowledged that, right? So it's so hard to walk on this side. It's not I hate to say it's hard. It is. It's hard. It's hard to
Yeah.
walk on this side and see it clear, but you can't lead them there because they're still very defensive. And the guy on Wednesday, and I'm almost done. The guy on Wednesday said, "Forgive me if I sound defensive." Well, yeah, you sound very defensive because you don't want to admit what's really going on. And if you
Yeah.
till you admit what's really going on, you can't get any better.
Yeah.
Uh, so this is a hard, challenging thing that I'm walking into. And it's not something to say, poor, pitiful me. Like, I want to do it. I mean, I don't want to do it, but I'm doing it because I feel like God's saying to do it. But getting
Yeah.
clients is not going to be easy because you got to find that guy that's brave, that's ready and willing to be led.
Yeah. Yesterday my family left to go, so we went to Bay Bridge to go pick Jackson up because Jackson's coming down to see us for a week. And it was the first time I was alone since everything had unfolded, and I felt my past self kept coming up to me. Hey, we've been hurt before. Are you really gonna put yourself out there again? Oh, look at what your friends say. She's hurting you. Are you really gonna go looking for the friends? Are you gonna? And I literally had to I had to start speaking scriptures to myself, and I had to start, um, like I literally sat down in the bathroom and I was journaling everything out. And as soon as I started journaling, I something in my brain just flipped to this optimistic side. I was like, this is God literally setting up the stage for what he's about to do. And I don't like to look back at the past.
Riley, are you fake freezing or are you really freezing? Uh-oh. Dang it, Riley. Uh-oh. She froze. 8 minutes. Hey, I don't know what happened.
Oh no.
Holy crap. I lost it. And it said recording in progress. But oh man, I think we lost everything.
Oh no.
But who knows? If we did, it wasn't meant to be. Whatever, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But now we're recording again, but I wonder how long we have. That's huh. That is weird. I missed like the last couple minutes. I almost texted, and then it went, then the screen went away and then came back. You
Yeah.
know what's funny? I was sitting here thinking, wow, we haven't frozen in several weeks, and then you just
Yeah.
but I even said,
Oh,
is this your fake one? Are you gonna bust out of this? I was sure that was
oh
real.
my God.
Oh my word. It doesn't give me a running clock, so I don't know how long we have left. It usually it's like it started all over. We lost
Oh,
everything.
shit.
Oh my gosh.
All right, this is take two on us going viral.
Oh, take two. We're going viral. This is
If
crazy.
Caitlin watches this, she is more than welcome to show up on the podcast.
Cannot minimize. What is this? Zoom workplace. Oh my gosh. Nope, cancel. Dang, this is so weird. I don't know what the heck happened. I can't even minimize this thing now to see if there's like the recording. Well, anyway. All right. Well, Riley, I seriously think we lost it all.
Oh no.
Let's see what it did here. And then, well, whatever. All right. Well, I don't think we can start all over. That was not, that ain't, I don't want to rehash everything.
Oh no.
Ooh. Ha. Dang it. What in the world? Hold on, let me pause this for a second. Let's see. Pause recording. Hey, let's wrap it up and just see if it recorded everything. Maybe it had like 8 minutes left. Do you want to give a final word? And if it only does this, maybe we'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Does that sound okay?
A final word. Well, I mean, I don't think we'll go viral with this episode being all over the place. But
Uh,
I will say, and I mean, this is the dreamer in me saying this, but Caitlin, if this somehow stumbles on your YouTube and you want to come be on this really amazing podcast with Riley and Robbie, you're more than
oh,
welcome
Caitlin.
to. Maybe we could put Gigi on with you. She is your number one fan. Those are my words.
Awesome. All right, Riley, I'm gonna say goodbye, and we'll see if it's only this 2 minutes, we won't post it. We can try again.
Bye.
If you need an ear, call me. If you get whatever, if you need someone to talk to, just give me a ring.
All right.
If you want, yeah. Peace out. If she wasn't
Bye.
house sitting, I'd have brought you. See ya.